in the women's gymnastics competition, Bart Connor and Kathy Johnson. Our first performer, Molly Shawn, originally from Edgewood, Kentucky, now training with Kevin and Rita Brown down in Altamont Springs, Florida.
This is always an exciting event in finals because of the change, allowing the bars to be out further. It's smaller rails. They're doing more and more difficulty here. Molly does beautiful work. I love her lines. Straight body. Giant full pirouette over the top. Right into a high ginger.
Good form, too.
Something that is so important if they go into international competition, try and compete against those Soviets, which is just perfect form. Another giant full to a double twisting flyaway. Very nicely done. Beautiful job. She scored a 9.85 the other day in the all-around competition.
Molly at 5'1" and 90 pounds is rather tall for a 14-year-old gymnast. She has not even entered high school. She'll be entering Lake Brantley High School in the fall.
Look at the height on that release move. It's a ginger, a flyaway with a half twist, and she catches above the level of the bar.
Her form is impeccable.
Look at that. Never loses the form. Double twisting flyaway. Very few people compete that dismount. Most of the girls are going to the double back flyaways, double pikes, and doing half in, half outs.
Actually, I remember your double twist off the bars, Kathy. It was pretty nice.
Oh, well, thank you, Bart.
Score is 9.85
for Molly Shawn. She's the first performer of 6 here in the individual event finals. Off to a great start.
We should note that those who qualify into the event tonight are the top 6.
Molly's already won 1 gold and 2 silver so far in this competition.
Next up on the uneven bars, this is Elizabeth Crandall. We saw her a couple of nights ago in the all-around competition. Hurt her right knee. She hyperextended it. And she is okay. She has the knee wrapped, you'll see, and because the uneven bars is primarily an upper body event, she has elected to go ahead and compete in the finals.
And she can swing on the bars. Terrific free swing here. Look at this. Giant half pirouette to a front giant. Right into a reverse heck way up in the air. Stalled her to handstand on the low bar. Good low bar work. Going for the dismount. Giant to a half in, half out. You can see a little bit problem. I don't think she wanted to land on that knee, so she separated her legs a little bit. Still stuck the landing, but of course that will be a slight deduction.
That was pretty impressive. She has been testing that knee all day long, of course, not wanting to land and twist it.
Look at that reverse heck. Way up in the air. The judges are looking for the release moves to re-grasp with the shoulders level with the high bar. Watch this dismount. Becoming more and more popular. It's a full twisting double somersault. Looked like she was standing on a slalom ski there.
That takes terrific balance. She's happy to get by that one.
9.75.
9.75 is the score for Liz Crandall. I think it's a little low, Kathy.
I do too. I don't know if they hit her real hard on that landing or not, but I was expecting at least 9.8.
Well, Elizabeth Crandall from Desert Devils Gymnastics in Tempe, Arizona. Now we're getting ready for our star of the weekend here, Brandy Johnson. She scored a 9.825 in the preliminary rounds. She already has 3 gold medals.
Brandy has 1 release move in her routine, and it's right at the beginning. Does a giant with a full pirouette into a reverse head. Oh! Brandy has had so much trouble with this event in the last year. And any trouble she has usually manifests itself right here in this event and with her release moves. What a shame. I had just said in the all-around competition that she was finally getting her confidence back on this event. Another giant full. Right into a pike double back dismount. And unfortunately, because she she fell on that release move. She left out an important element, which is her underswing half to the low bar.
So she doesn't even touch the low bar in that routine. The judges are going to hammer her on this one.
Yes, and I'd have to go back and count the elements. She might not have enough elements, enough difficulty.
What do you think happened there?
The release move looked wonderful. Her hands were right in position to catch. She just doesn't hang on. I don't understand it. Especially with the new grips, with the fold in the grip, it's much easier to grab a hold. Of course, she did a nice double pike dismount.
The score is going to be awfully low because she left out several requirements because she missed the first release move. She didn't make the transition to the low bar, which of course is a requirement. So we're waiting on her score. Brandy Johnson already having won 3 gold medals. She's in one more event final. Still has a shot at tying Christy Phillips, who had won 4 gold medals in 1986 in the Olympic Festival. It's been a rough year for Brandy, Kathy.
It certainly has, but it looked as if she was really back on track. I hope she just puts this out of her mind and goes on from here with that same excitement.
The score for Brandy Johnson, 9.175 on the uneven bars. That will drop her out of the running in that event. We'll be back with more of our individual event finals here at the U.S. Olympic Festival as we continue on the uneven bars.
Her problems in the sport of gymnastics. She's like the girl with the curl. She's either very, very good or, you know, the other side of that. She's had some problems on the uneven bars, as Kathy Johnson mentioned. So I guess it's just back into the gymnasium and do what you can do about correcting that before the real test. And that real test, of course, still some 2 years away, that the 1992 Olympics in Barcelona. That's the downside. The upside, of course, is the performance of Molly Shawan, who wins the gold medal in this event. And she did a brilliant job. She is just 14 years old, and it just seems that every year there is another crop of 13 and 14-year-olds who come along to challenge the best. So let's take a look at the award ceremonies, and it's 14-year-old Molly Shawn atop the platform. She's from Altamont Springs, Florida. As Bart Connor mentioned, she's just going into high school. Hard to believe, isn't it? Larissa Fontaine, a 13-year-old, finishes in second place, and Liz Crandall, with a very fine performance, one that Kathy Johnson actually felt was a little bit better than that, wins the bronze. And for Brandy Johnson, there's just going to have to be another day.